In today's YouTube video, we're taking a look at the brand new Verdansk trailer. Now, whether you're a new gen player or old gen player, in today's video, we're going to go over everything that you guys need to know about the launch of the brand new map here in just about 2 days, 48 hours, and counting down April 3rd, 9 a.m. PST. We're going to have a brand new map for some of the new players, and the old players, we're going home. All right, we're going home. Let's take a look at this map real quick, one stop at one time. Looking at the Verdansk Is Back. I did have to mute the audio simply because they were using, copyright music, but look at the fields, man. One thing I want to take note of real quick too, we don't have LTVs. We're gonna have Hummers instead. Not a big change. OG was LTVs, but I actually kind of like the idea of the Hummers a little bit better, in my personal opinion. Call of Duty Warzone, baby. The helicopters, another OG thing, is back. Now, if you guys are new gen, you might not have never played with these helicopters. The most agile things in the game. Super fast, super quick, and really cool to get a bunch of eliminations on. Oh my goodness. Wow. Look at the emotes are back as well. I really miss gestures. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you guys like the gestures better or the third person emotes? Third person emotes aren't bad if they were not, didn't take 3 to 5 business days to use. Look at that. Airport looks solid. There's somehow a helicopter flying into a wall. There's no exit out there. I don't know what. Yeah. Okay. There he goes. 150 players, which is solid. Now, keep in mind, there's a lot of things we're going to be going over right after we watch this trailer, which include a lot of the weapons, how to unlock them, what to do, and all the patch notes I just released literally a couple seconds ago. Look at that. Oh, man, the OG and animation as well. Looking solid. There's downtown. Shots are looking clean. My goodness. Oh my god. This again, if you're a new gen player and you don't know what to expect about Verdansk is basically the rebirth island for us resurgence players. It is the best big map they've ever launched. Super fun. The pacing is quick as well. So like it's not going to be like Caldera, El Mazra, Yurzikstan. There's actual flow to the map. And look at that sentry gun on top of the Hummer. Which is weird because they said the sentry gun kill streak is not available in the game, yet they're showcasing it in the trailer. So I'm a little confused on that. But we'll see how it goes. This trailer is so sick. I highly recommend checking it out if you guys have the opportunity to with the music too. Gulag is returning as well. Look at this. This is a spray. Some people think this is a player. This is an actual spray. He falls for it, and then here he comes to finish the job just like that. I love that assassination. Honestly, one of the best assassinations. Plunder, making a return if you guys play Plunder. There's also a bunch of new LT in the game modes releasing that we're going to go over, but that was the trailer, and I said we hop right into it. And that's what we're going to go over today, man. A bunch of different features and stuff that you can do right now to be ready for April 3rd, so that when you get home from work, school, or if you took the day off, you're ready to go on April 3rd, 9 a.m. PST. But the first thing I want to talk about are the weapons, and some of these weapons you can actually start unlocking right now, so when the game releases, you're good to go, which include the Kilo 141. The Kilo 141 will be a weapon that you can actually unlock 24 hours before the game launches. Now, if you guys don't know, on April 2nd, the game will go offline. During this time of the offline game, you could actually play Black Ops 6. And in Black Ops 6, if you log in, you will get the Kilo 141 for free. Now, use this time wisely. If you guys have the time available, log in, get the Kilo 141, and unlock it immediately. Unlock the attachments and everything that comes with it. So when the game does launch, you're one of the few people to actually use the Kilo 141 fully maxed out. And while everyone else is trying to use it as a bare weapon, level 1, unlock it on Verdansk while everyone's sweating, you have it maxed out and enjoying the fun. So Kilo 141 on launch, unlock it on April 2nd, max it out. Another fan favorite weapon is going to be the Grau 556, which will also release on launch. Now, this is a conversion kit of the weapon, meaning that it's not going to be a new gun you get. It's going to be an attachment that turns an old weapon into the Grau 556. And what weapon is that? The SWAT 556. The SWAT 556 is a marksman rifle available right now in game on Black Ops 6 that you could go ahead and start leveling up right now because it will share the same levels as the Grau when it does release. So after the Kilo or before the Kilo, you can do it right now. Unlock the SWAT, which is a marksman rifle, and max it out completely. So when the game does come out, even maybe get camels for it, you're good to go for the Grau and you don't have to level it up, especially because that gun sucks without the conversion kit. Moving on from that, we have a couple other fan favorite weapons, including snipers, the HDR, which is most likely going to be a one-shot sniper. So if you guys are into sniping, look forward to that. And if you're looking for a more high output damage with a higher skill gap, we have the CRX AMAX AR. Now, this AR, honestly, my personal opinion, was the first AR ever ever to launch on Warzone, which was well balanced between skill gap and damage output, meaning it was a pretty difficult gun to use, had a lot of recoil, both horizontal and vertical, but if you got that recoil pattern down, the damage was insane, and not anyone could pick up the AMAX and shoot straight with it, meaning if you were a bad player and you picked it up, you were likely to suffer, right? But if you were a good player and used it, you were beaming people. So that weapon will also be on launch, and highly recommend you guys take a look at it. Another weapon on launch, well, considered a weapon, is the Kali 6, the most popular melee weapon to ever touch the game. If you have never used a Kali 6 in your entire life, I actually feel bad for you. These things were extremely toxic. You dual wielded 2 katana 6 and you were able to run around, but the thing is, the aim assist on them seems a little bit more overpowered. So once you locked on the target and with the fast actual fire rate on the weapons, you were able to knock a player out in 2-3 seconds. They actually were the most OP gun in the game entirely, including SMGs. And we have 2 other weapons that are releasing in season, so you'll probably get them mid-season, I assume, or maybe have a week or 2 or whatever it might be. But these include, I believe, a new SMG that looks like it resembles the OTS in my personal opinion. It's not called the OTS, maybe because there's some conflict with it being a Cold War weapon during the Verdansk era of 2019, but that is a weapon that is going to release, and because it kind of resembles OTS, I expect it to be more of a movement SMG. And then following that, we have the nail gun, which is a fan favorite weapon. Nail gun will most likely have 0 attachments like it did at launch back in, I believe it also launched during Cold War. No attachments. It's going to be a weapon that is going to be well balanced in the sense of decent damage, good movement, low recoil, only 20 bullets. It's a fun weapon to use. Will it be ultimate meta? Absolutely not. Will it be fun and viable to use? Yes. Now, some other things to take a look at that I know you guys are going to love. We got some news on the anti-cheat efforts and upgrades ahead of season 3, include intel on rank play mitigations, bans, reporting UI updates, and more. So basically, the anti-cheat is getting updated, and not only off the camo glitch, but it looks like they're going to be going pretty hard when it comes to rank play, including banning cheaters, maybe people who play with cheaters and stuff like that. Highly recommend taking a look at this bad boy here when you guys get the chance to, which releases in a couple hours. Some other key features they added that I'm actually a big fan of. We actually have a new UI update to actually show you in kill cam how you got eliminated. For example, if I eliminate someone and I check the kill cam, it'll tell me if I was using an unsuppressed weapon. So if I use an unsuppressed weapon, what does that mean? It means you pop up on radar. Following that, if I was live pinged, it will also show if I was live pinged in this feed down here, if a UAV was popped, and also seeing the weapon that they did use. A couple features that they could add here to help, stop people from reporting. If you guys don't know, I believe it was about 60% of the people that were reported last season were people on console and they were not cheating. So there's a big chunk of people who are reporting people that aren't cheating. What are we doing? Okay. Call of Duty basically said, you guys suck, get your skill up. Here's a couple awards that you guys are going to be able to get. Now, I did include the Kali 6. The way to unlock the Kali 6 is 14 ways of free rewards, and I believe this is the final outcome of it. So it's kind of like a live event. You might have to land on certain areas of Verdansk, do certain challenges. They'll let us know more details on launch, but every time you complete a challenge, you'll be able to unlock one of these free items, which are these ones, or actually not these ones, but other ones. And then when you complete all the challenges, you'll be able to get the Kali 6. Now, if you played Verdansk before, you're going to be able to get a parachute, a gun screen, and a weapon trail. These weapon trails, or excuse me, contrails, are probably the sickest thing. This is the 3rd one we've had in 4 years. They don't add them very often. A new skin, which will most likely tie into this event. And then, like I said, on Warzone, you'll get 3 rewards. You'll get the 2 skins, which are pretty mid. I didn't really touch up on them. And then the Kilo 141, which you'll get on April 2nd. Now, something I'm a big fan of that not a lot of other creators are talking about right now. Show us your style. You can now customize any Black Ops 6 base weapon or weapon blueprint with the skin you've unlocked or purchased across multi-zombies and zombies or Call of Duty Warzone. For base weapons, you can only change the skin of the base weapon, not any attachments. For blueprints, you can customize the skins with other existing attachments. Now, they use the word skin here pretty loosely, in my personal opinion. When they say skins, they sometimes are referring to the blueprint. So, for example, you have the Pack-a-Punch XM4 vertical foregrip. You have the beta magazine. It looks like you have the baseline base from the Black Ops Black Cell. I believe this is a free skin sight, and then a different Black Cell barrel of the weapon. So you're gonna be able to change the attachments on your guns, which are insane. I'm a big fan of this. The only problem I have with this is that we do this almost every year around season 3 or 4, and then this feature disappears on the launch of the new Warzone, and then we have to wait another, it just, these features I hope are gonna be on launch of the game. Oh, there it is. We have the baseline and then a couple different attachments. Now, if you're someone like me who owns literally 90% of the blueprints in the game, this is gonna be fun and easy to kind of mix up and match some of the crazy weapons. Now, there also is a camo HUD. This is a camo HUD to plan your journey of Dark Matter Nebula. It basically just a better UI of looking at all the camos you have going on, so you can see you got gold, red tiger on how many camos you've unlocked it for, model L and stuff like that, and it'll show you what you need to complete. Again, these are features in my personal opinion that should be at launch, but it's cool that we're getting them now. Here's a look at that new OTS weapon I was talking about called the Ladra SMG, and then the nail gun. The nail gun will probably have some sick blueprints coming on launch that you're gonna have to purchase, but to be honest, it might be worth it with the nail gun. Like I talked about the Grout 556 being a conversion kit for the SWAT 556, we're gonna have the Grout here. This is what it's gonna look like after converted. It looks like it converts to actually just the base of the weapon, which is big key with the iron sights. So like I said, level up that weapon. Now on top of that, we're gonna get the monolithic suppressor, a fan favorite suppressor. Suppressors weren't overpowered or haven't been overpowered at the launch of Black Ops 6 at all. Matter of fact, nobody really uses suppressors, so it's cool that they're finally gonna go ahead and incorporate them. And then we have the C9 for the C9 MP5, another weapon I would have on my radar to unlock if you don't have it already. 10mm auto 30 round mag in season. The 30 round mag was also introduced in Warzone 1 on the MP5. 30 round mag increased the damage, decreased the magazine size, and I believe increased the recoil. But with 30 round mag, the 30 bullets were pretty nuts to have. So a bit of an OG class setup coming in there. And then for the Goblin MK2 762 mini rocket conversion. I don't know if this is gonna shoot rockets or what's going on here, but it's interesting to see that they are still showing love to some of the Black Ops 6 weapons rather than just focusing on new gen weapons here, like the C9 turning into the OG, the SWAT turning into the OG Growl, and then the monolithic suppressor. So excited to see what's to come in the next couple weeks, especially for the mid-season launch, on how they improve this kind of style of updates. Now we all know what the map looks like, but some stuff I do want to take note of that I found a bit interesting is that water is now in play, which they did talk about, but not just here. We have water actually somewhere, like it looks like in between TV and Superstore crossing the airport. I don't know if that's just based off the image, but it looks like they're now adding water. Also down here to the right of Corey, we have water coming in from the hill, it looks like, going all the way down. I don't know if I'm a fan of this personally. I don't like the water system at all, but it seems like Call of Duty really is pushing this because it's really the only feature that IW Infinity Warfare introduced in the Modern Warfare 2 integration that was horrible. But it's the only thing they introduced that is still in the game. So maybe they're trying to hold on to something. But if you look back at what was introduced in Warzone 2 and what we have now, this update is basically bringing back and reverting everything they've done. You know, and it sucks that we have to be here and we're getting excited over new features that are old. But I hope that they understand that the last 3 years of Call of Duty Warzone were pretty much down bad for the most part. We had some good moments, don't get me wrong, but I hope that IW learns, if they ever do take charge of Warzone again, to really not try to reinvent the wheel and rather grow on what Raven Software and the other studios are kind of building up upon. And again, I love all the studios. Like, they all have their good PowerPoints, or their good PowerPoints. They all have their good power features. I think it's just better to for each studio to focus on what their strengths are. Like IW's weapon animations are absolutely insane. They should be focusing on that when it comes to Warzone specifically. This is what the live event looks like for the Cali 6 here. So you'll be able to do a set of challenges, open Verdansk safes across unique locations and earn rewards. When you do that, you'll be able to hit all these different spots on the map, unlock different stuff like this, and then eventually 3 of 13. So it looks like it's gonna slide a little bit more. We'll go ahead and get the Cali 6 with the special challenge. Most likely you're gonna have to own the blocks that'll get this. That's what I assume. Here's a look at the grand scope of things that are launching. Now, this was just about a few days ago here, but taking a look at this, some things I want to take note of. We're gonna have a new game mode called Battle Royale Casual. If you guys don't know what that is, that's basically gonna be swag lobbies. It's gonna be bot lobbies. During these bot lobbies here, legit bot lobbies, by the way, 30 real players, 120 bots in the game. That's pretty sick. Hopefully we're able to level up our weapons in that game mode, which would be pretty cool. And then we have the High Trip Resurgence game mode. Trip Resurgence was actually implemented during Rebirth Island sometime during the Modern Warfare 3 era. It was a game mode where you were able to find different power-ups on the floor, and as you got the power-ups, it was kind of like the souped up Resurgence where you got different powers, and they were honestly pretty cool. That being said, it's a positive, but I also am somebody that looks at the negative. I try to look at both the good and the bad of this. Call of Duty has not implemented an LTM. Now, they are going to implement a new skin in the game. I don't know what they're called, but it's referred to, I believe, these guys right here, Jay and Silent Bob, which I guess is a show from the like early 1900s, or I mean late 1900s. I don't know. Listen, but I don't know personally this, but it's revolved around marijuana, as you guys can tell, which I'm not going to purchase this personally. It's whatever to me. But I don't know why it seems that anytime Call of Duty has implemented an LTM as of recently, it's to fluff up a bundle. And I'm not a fan of that. I want LTMs more often. I love them. Call of Duty, do a good job. But let's like really try to do more LTMs, not just to sell bundles. Because I assume that these are going to launch the same time as this. They're going to advertise it like that and try to get a lot of people to buy this on this game mode. I get it. This is a recycled game mode. They're only bringing back, it feels like, for the bundle. And I hope they just bring back more LTMs as the game goes on. Coming in from Charlie Intel, live news right now. The HDR returns of Verdansk, which we already know, but it will one-shot at any distance. I want to hear your guys' feedback on this. To one-shot a weapon at any distance with a sniper. This was like OG Rebirth Island, or OG Warzone, excuse me. Very excited, see what it's looking like, but hopefully it's going to be fun and weapon that's not going to be too overpowered. And we have another tweet coming in from Charlie Intel looking at specific movement changes for Call of Duty Warzone Verdansk. Raven said that they have fine-tuned and balanced to make it feel like the original Warzone experience. Now, take a look at this. Crouch movement speed reduced by 10%. Crouch to speed reduced, increase. Crouch to stand speed. So you could actually stand up from crouching. Okay, 15%. Crouch to stand speed while ADSing. 30. Crouch to stand while ADSing. Oh, 30. Okay. Same thing. Prone movement speed reduced by 5%. So you're going to crawl a lot slower. I don't think that was a big deal, but it is what it is. Sprint movement speed reduced to 4.9. We're reducing the movement speed. I don't know how I'm a fan of this, to be honest. But I'm sure they're going to monitor it, hopefully. Jump cooldown. Reduce the cooldown by 40% for improvised repeated jumps. So that's bunny hopping. We are finally going to be able to bunny hop again. Hopefully. That's what it's looking like here by 40%. Omni sprint side back speed scaling. Reduced by 8% for better balance of straight speed. I don't know what that means, but I love Omni movement. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I hope this isn't going to nerf our Omni movement. Slide friction. Increased by 4% to reduce slippery engagements. I kind of want to slide more, though. You want to slip and slide, right? We want to get oiled up and slip and slide. These adjustments address the dominant power of strafe engagement while maintaining fluidity with the mechanics of sprinting straight. The bots got nerfed. We're looking at a bot nerf live or they got buffed, basically. Good players got nerfed. I don't know personally if I'm a fan of this, but we're to see what's to come. Moving on from that, these tweets are coming in live, 32 seconds. News starting in Season 6 of Black Ops 6 multi, console players will now turn off crossplay to play normal matches too. This is interesting because how does this feel for PC players? I personally don't mind who I play up against, but like, are the lobbies on PC not going to fill as much because console players are turning off their ranked or turning off their crossplay? I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see definitely how it turns out. PC players, they finally added a menu in Black Ops 6 and Warzone to show the progressive shaders being installed. So if you're on PC, every time you boot up the game, your shaders will have to reinstall. It's just like a boot up system. It usually takes just about a minute or two. But now we're able to actually see through UI what that's going to look like. OG loadout prices return. Loadout prices of Verdansk are going to be back to their original 6,000 price in solos, 10,000 in other quad game modes. So this is what your buy station is going to look like. This is a bit of a screenshot from back in the day. But you're going to be able to have a vertical kind of feel for it and be able to purchase whatever you want. And then the loadouts will be 6K in solos, and then duos, trios, and quads. It will be around $10,000, which is a pretty cool feature. I'm glad they're bringing that back up. But another thing to bring a note up is the gulag tokens and redeploy tokens removed from Verdansk update. Now, I don't see anything about flares. I don't play big map that often. But I like the idea of having these gulag, not gulag tokens maybe, but I like the flares, right? I like the flares. I think gulag tokens should be able to purchase if you're a solo, but it is what it is. There's a bunch of adjustments here coming from Art of War about the audio. Art of War does a lot of my audio and a lot of pro players' audio, and he's saying that there's probably gonna be a lot of changes here. But we got UI sounds, contract sounds, and most importantly, it sounds like the OG sound effects are coming back to the game, which is really exciting to see. Sound modifiers, footsteps, and ladders. I mean, sound is one of those things that I don't think is appreciated as much. I think we complain about it a lot, which rightfully so. But in hopes that they get the audio down when Verdansk releases is key, in my personal opinion. Here's a look at the battle pass releasing here. We're gonna have Mace Black Cell version, Apocalypse King, and Apocalypse King. I mean, these are cool. I just always found the Black Cell skin variants, they're cool looking. I personally never rocked them simply because they always have these crazy looking effects that like make them almost pay to lose. Looks like we have an assassination with a drop kick, same thing, 10 tiers and stuff like that. Now looking at the map itself, here's a bunch of key notes to take a look at. Trees are slightly repositioned from the original map. Non-drivable vehicles clearly marked as a smothering wreckage, which is pretty cool. So if a car blows up, You could see that on the wreckage. Swimming is now possible. Southern coastline Spanish. So, okay, so the areas that we did take note of are going to be a bit more, I guess, out there in terms of gameplay. So, interesting enough. I don't like the water, but it's there. Improved traversal, steep areas, new goat trails added. Okay, so on the mountain area, there's a lot of mountain areas on Verdansk on the outer edge of the zone. Shorter telephone electrical posts for easier parachute landings. Not too sure what that is. Additional ladders adjusted to pass the rooftops. Nice. So there's not going to be any zip lines, but we're going to have more ladders. Do like the zip lines. Doors now double hinge, allowing barging, shooting, or blowing open closed doors. Don't know what an ascender is. Enhanced exterior lighting. Thank God we could actually see inside and outside, and we could not be blinded. Debris near fire stations. Console players' ability for console players for the first time are gonna have 120 FOV on Verdansk. That is huge. Some notes on Rebirth Island. Rebirth Island, which is currently live, will remain parts of Season 3 offering. Research squads will be added players shortly after launch Season 3, with the remaining squad sizes coming in later today. So Rebirth Island's not gonna get any update, which is pretty expected, and it's not gonna have any new updates to it. I hope that they actually do return with some new updates though. With the game modes here, we have the casual, which I talked about, 28 players, 120 bots, the swag lobbies for low stress environments. I hope you're able to unlock camos during that. You have the high trip, which is gonna be the game modes. Returning, you have the battle royale at launch, which is 150 players for, quads 152, nice. Plunder at launch. Warzone bootcamp, Resurgence launch window. Here's more ideas on Resurgence. This mode offers a fast-paced, aggressive take on battle royale with respawn timers, allowing the players will be updated. So it looks like it's not going to be on launch, but it'll come back later. Oh, here it is. Here it is. April 3rd to the 2nd, 10th. Plunder bootcamp. I mean, honestly, they just need to keep it like this. Just keep Resurgence, quads, Rebirth Island, battle royale, boom, plunder, boom, boom. They just need to keep this like this. Area 90. Wow, Area 99 for the first time since launch will not be available. Good for them. They've learned. Use Rebirth Island and just continuously update the map. All right, moving on from this, we're gonna have rank play, which I talked about earlier. Now, some notes on rank play that I do want to talk about. If you guys have teamed up or are continuously teaming up with somebody who cheats, Call of Duty will flag your account as well. So they're doing a pretty good job at kind of stopping players from cheating, especially when it comes to rank play. We have the 152 players. Free fall while shooting. This is a feature that not new gen players know, but if you parachuting out the air as soon as you drop in, you can actually shoot your pistol, which is pretty sick. I missed the Core 45 pistol though. Like, what am I gonna do? Drop in with this bad boy or the Griot Halvo or whatever? Yeah, not gonna be it. When you're getting picked up, you're gonna be able to spin. Okay, interesting. Endgame circle pacing, as well as the circle sizes. This means battle royale matches will run longer to create a more well-defined, so longer game mode. So the pacing is gonna be a little bit smaller. Interesting. Here's the zones here. Closing, moving. Okay, interesting. Map assets. Okay, gameplay classics. Center for dance to bring back the feel of dance. External. Oh, so these are zip lines, basically, I believe. Yeah, in the elevators. Gulag is going to return with a variety of weapons and balancing. These loadouts will change as the game progresses, allowing players to return to the field of the competitive. Okay. So you have, for the weapons, you have the Strider, which is insane. Frag smoke. Loadout 2 is a 9mm pistol. Okay. GS45. So this is Circle 1. So you're going to get one of these 3 weapons. Circle 2, you got the C9 ASVAL or PP919. Zone 3, you got the C9 with extended mag, ASVAL with extended mag, PP9 with quick draw. Circle 4, you have C9. Okay, so it's the same guns every single time, just more attachments. I like that. You know, plain and simple. Player respawn angles can now respawn approximately 30 degrees looking downward instead of directly at the horizon. Okay, cool. So you spawn looking downwards instead of across. Makes sense. Unsuppressed red dot. The distance of unsuppressed weapons display red dot has been reduced to Resurgence to a better align the map size. Reduced to 112 rounds on Rebirth Island down to 250. Oh my goodness. I mean, not bad, to be honest. I think it's a W. Floating loot's gonna return, which is a big W. We all love floating loot. Gonna have that right there. Common epic weapons can find a variation of random attachments to the line of weapons natural. Random attachments or are they set attachments? That's 2 different things. Legendary weapons with a variety of roles that are okay. This time to okay. Looting is recent years have become a little too static. Blue rare tier often proving the most valuable weapon and devaluing an epic or land. Yes. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. I've noticed that a lot of times I'll pick up a blue weapon and the blue weapon will be better than the orange weapon. I'm glad they finally are taking note of that. High value loot zones. Okay. Allowing players to reliably identify hospital, military base, super as points of interest periodized with enhanced ground loot with increased number of supply boxes. Further enhanced. Okay, so it's not going to change every game. These are the spots you want to land at if you want a lot of loot, which is going to mean there's going to be a lot of fighting going on. Supply boxes. You have the basic boxes here, which is high quality weapons, occasionally loot, okay, legendary, and reusable boxes. So we don't have loadout boxes. I'm okay with that. It's just the feel of the game is going to be a lot different, right? One thing they did change that I'm not a fan of is you can no longer buy your weapons at the buy station. I think that was such a big W feature. Like, I get why they did it, but like, I really think the game will play out a lot better if you're able to buy your weapons from the buy station. Duffel bags and weapon lockers, these sorts of loot have been removed. W, second chance mechanics. Okay, gulag flares are gone. There it is. Flares are gone. You can come back from gulag, jailbreak. Nice. Self-revive kits. You can buy them, get them for free. Dead tax. 50% of cash balance will drop on the ground. 50% remain in the player eliminated. 50% will remain with the eliminated player from 20%. Okay, so you die and you hold 50%. This is how it was on Rebirth Island. I guess on the big map it was changed. Unintended looting situations. Oh my god, thank god. Anytime you guys remember trying to reload and you randomly pick up a weapon, that's insane. Rarity outlines. Outlines gradually fade in the view only when players are within logical proximity. So like if I'm across the map of Superstore and there's an orange weapon across the map, I'm not gonna see it orange. It's just gonna look like a regular gun. I get it. Loot card positioning. What? Loot cards remain fixed height in the player's view. Oh, loot cards are now have contextual prompts. For example, if a player has been an emptied slot, a weapon, a card prompt will display equip. But if the player has 2 weapons, let's say swap. Here's the buy station classic. Vertical redesign is back, which is super exciting. Redeploy all but it. So this is new. So if you have dead players, they're gonna actually pop up on the right hand side, and at the top of it, it'll say redeploy all. So instead of going one by one and clicking every person to redeploy them, you could actually redeploy them all by just hitting X. Like kill streak. Okay, interesting. Swap spawn locations. Buy stations will spawn in the same exact 30 locations across every match. Oh my god, that's a W. Here's the pricing. Armor plates 300, cluster strike 3,000, precision strike 5,000, UAV 6,000. Gas mask went up $1,000. Inflation. The adjustment to movement, which we talked about a little bit earlier. Classic recon contract, fire sale. Wait, supply run. Oh, this is good. Supply run, the much loved supply run. If you guys don't know, supply run used to make one item on the entire website free. So it looks like the supply runs will be free. Like you could hit a buy station but this is how, like, this is glitched because it says 6,000 and then marked at 6,000. So this looks glitched. I don't know if it's gonna be half off or free, but we'll see. So no more big game bounty, no more signal intelligence W, no more spy drones, and we have scavenger now and supply run. Okay, we have now fire sale, jailbreak, loadout drop, restock. We don't have recon, flyover, run. Nice. These are all dumb. These were all dumb except they're all dumb. The flyby was cool, I guess. Termites, excuse me, are coming back. Adjustments available via map loot. Sim shops, termites, throwing knife. Okay, customizable loot. Okay, don't really care about that. Armor satchels, ammunition satchels available via ban. Okay, so you gotta rock a perk now. I don't know if that'll be floor loot. Interesting. Armor plates, default maximum capacity reduced from 6 to 5 for a classic experience. That is dumb. No one's complaining about having one extra plate. We could see now if our teammates have field upgrades and kill streaks. Disabled, deployable buy station, portable decam. No way, the PDS is gone. Are you freaking serious? Not a fan of that one, bro. Heartbeat sensor. Oh, God. Heartbeat sensor is going to be meta. Wait, it only increased. I mean, that's okay, I guess. Advanced UAVs. Nice. You can get them through 3 UAVs. Cluster strike, precision strike, supply UAV available with a wildcard UAV. We have no more bunker buster, care package, counter UAV, foresight, napalm strike, SAM turn, sentry gun. Okay. Wait, we have no more sentry gun, but it was in the trailer. The aerospace crowd message will appear when a player attempts to pick up or ADS for the kill streak. This was already in the game. Lootable perks are all removed. W. I'm a big fan of that. Classic weapons. We got the Kilo. We got the AMAX. We got the HCR. We got the melee. Conversion kit. We got the suppressor. Default loadout crates have been updated for more competitive. So the default guns are going to be more competitive. And weapon adjustments. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to have to cover the weapon adjustments, I think, in the actual game when it drops. Dude, C4's one tap everything except cargo trucks. 17 ticks with a thermite is insane. Warzone screen is back. Victory screen is back. The OG icons. Oh my god, they made it a circle again instead of a square. W. When you inspect the weapon, so anytime you guys ask me for the attachments, I can just throw it on the screen. When you inspect the weapons, it will now show the attachments on the gun, which is pretty sick. Again, with the quality of life update there. Adjustments, death icon, quality of life. Navigation pings will design me for veteran players. Player icons, talking. Okay. This is all pretty sick. This new setting allows players to decide how long pings last on their screen. Select between off, infinite, or on, which lets players... Oh, so if you got teammates that are annoyingly pinging, you could put a ping duration on it. New setting. Auto zoom and center. Opening the map will auto zoom in on the auto center of the player each time. W. Auto. Okay, so this is like quality of life updates with the map. Zoom in center. Once opening the map, you auto zoom in the center. Okay, so cool. Different settings for the map, which is pretty cool. I'd probably rock the first one, to be honest. We got classic hit markers. A lot of people were talking about that one, which will be a pretty big W. Footsteps, recordings, loot steps, buy stations, contracts, UI, collision, reverbs. This is all audio stuff, which is too big. Oh my god. Holy cow, bug fixes. Death recap widget registered. Bleed. Fix a bomb squad incorrectly. Fuse. Fix the issue causing eliminate players with mantling care package. Fix the issue where players are eliminated and interacting the most wanted reward. UI preventing creating new loadouts. Okay, W on this one. W. Anything with dev errors is W. Quartermaster presser, W. A lot of bug life fixes we're not going to read. And now they have some promo going on around Chicago, LA, Paris, London, and a secret location. Honestly, pretty W. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys are excited about Verdansk, all that good stuff, I definitely am. And honestly, are you sad about Rebirth Island going away for about a week or so, or a couple days, or even a couple hours? I personally am, but not as much, because with Verdansk releasing, it should be a good time. Enjoy the video, drop a like, leave a sub, and I'll see you guys in the next one.